Many women over 50 begin noticing more hair falling out in the shower, on their pillow, or stuck in their hairbrush every single day. Most people immediately blame aging, stress, or menopause. But there's another hidden factor that could be making the problem much worse, and it may be sitting in your kitchen right now. Certain fruits that seem perfectly healthy on the surface may actually be working against your body in ways that affect your hair growth after menopause. What makes this especially surprising is that these aren't strange or uncommon foods. They're fruits many people eat every day believing they're helping their health. But for women over 50, the body changes dramatically. Hormones shift, nutrient absorption slows down, and inflammation becomes much easier to trigger. That combination can create the perfect environment for hair thinning. In this video from NanoNexus Science, you'll discover which fruits may be contributing to hair loss, why the effects become stronger after 50, and simple ways to enjoy these foods more safely without putting extra stress on your hair follicles. And the final fruit on this list surprises almost everyone. Let's begin with one of the most misleading fruits of all because it's often advertised as one of the healthiest choices possible. Grapefruit is famous for weight loss benefits and its high vitamin C content. Many women eat it regularly, thinking they're doing something good for their bodies. But after menopause, grapefruit can create unexpected problems inside the body that may indirectly affect hair health. This fruit contains natural compounds that interfere with enzymes in the liver. These enzymes help your body process medications, hormones, and nutrients properly. After 50, your hair follicles already struggle more to maintain healthy growth. They rely heavily on vitamins, minerals, protein, and proper circulation. When grapefruit disrupts those enzyme pathways, your body may not use nutrients as efficiently, meaning your scalp and follicles don't receive the support they need. Doctors in the United States have paid close attention to this issue, especially in women taking thyroid medication or hormone replacement therapy. Grapefruit can interfere with how the body handles these substances, creating imbalances that may indirectly contribute to thinning hair over time. Another issue is acidity. Grapefruit is highly acidic, and many women after menopause become more sensitive to inflammation and digestive stress. When inflammation rises in the body, it can redirect resources away from things considered non-essential for survival. Unfortunately, hair growth falls into that category. The body focuses on protecting vital organs first, while the hair cycle weakens in the background. That doesn't mean you must completely avoid grapefruit. The key is moderation and timing. Nutrition experts often recommend eating grapefruit alongside healthy fats like almonds or avocado. Fat helps slow the absorption of certain compounds and reduces the harsh acidic impact on the body. It's also smart to avoid eating grapefruit on an empty stomach or close to medication times. Limiting it to smaller servings a couple of times per week may help reduce unnecessary stress on the body while still allowing you to enjoy it occasionally. But grapefruit is only the beginning. The next fruit may be even more surprising because it's commonly seen as the perfect healthy snack. Bananas are convenient, inexpensive, and packed with nutrients. Many women over 50 eat them daily without thinking twice. But overly ripe bananas contain large amounts of natural sugar, and this becomes more important after menopause because the body processes sugar differently than it used to. As estrogen levels decline, insulin sensitivity often changes too. That means blood sugar spikes happen more easily. When blood sugar rises rapidly, the body releases hormonal responses that may increase certain androgens, including DHT. DHT is strongly connected to hair thinning because it gradually shrinks hair follicles over time. This is one reason many women notice widening parts or thinning near the crown after menopause. Frequent sugar spikes can worsen hormonal imbalance, especially when high sugar foods are eaten regularly without protein or healthy fats. There's also another issue many people overlook. Bananas contain high levels of certain B vitamins, and while B vitamins are essential, balance matters. Too much of one type can interfere with how the body uses others. Hair follicles are extremely sensitive to nutritional imbalances, especially after 50 when absorption becomes less efficient. The good news is that you don't need to stop eating bananas completely. The smarter approach is choosing bananas that are slightly green or only lightly yellow. At that stage, they contain more resistant starch and less developed sugar, which helps reduce blood sugar spikes. Pairing bananas with protein, like almond butter, nuts, yogurt, or cheese, can also slow sugar absorption and reduce the hormonal impact. Many nutrition specialists also suggest avoiding bananas late at night when metabolism naturally slows down. Now let's talk about another fruit many people consider one of the healthiest options available. Oranges are famous for vitamin C, immune support, and overall wellness. But for women over 50, there's another side to the story. Oranges contain strong natural acids that may contribute to mineral imbalance when consumed excessively. After menopause, calcium levels become especially important. Most people associate calcium only with bones, but hair follicles also depend on calcium for proper growth signals and structural support. When the body struggles to maintain healthy calcium balance, hair quality can suffer as well. Because oranges are highly acidic, excessive intake may place additional stress on the body's mineral regulation systems. Combined with age-related hormonal changes, this can create another layer of difficulty for maintaining thick, healthy hair. The important thing to remember is that none of these fruits are automatically bad. The real issue is how the body changes after 50. Foods that once caused no problems may affect hormones, inflammation, blood sugar, and nutrient balance very differently later in life. Small adjustments in timing, portion size, and food combinations can make a significant difference in protecting your hair while still enjoying the foods you love. Many women don't realize that the way they consume oranges can make a major difference after 50. Drinking orange juice regularly may seem harmless, but it creates a strong acidic load in the body without the protective fiber found in whole fruit. Over time, the body works hard to neutralize that acidity, and in the process, it may pull minerals like calcium from different tissues to maintain balance. Most people only connect calcium to bone health, but calcium also plays a role in maintaining healthy hair follicles and supporting normal growth cycles. Researchers in the United States have observed links between mineral depletion and gradual hair thinning, especially in postmenopausal women whose nutrient reserves are already under more pressure. There's also another issue with oranges that often gets ignored. Even though they contain vitamin C, oranges and especially orange juice can cause blood sugar spikes because of their natural sugar content. Without fiber to slow digestion, those sugars enter the bloodstream rapidly, creating insulin fluctuations similar to what happens with overly ripe bananas. On top of that, some experts believe certain citrus compounds may affect how the body absorbs iron. Iron is essential because it carries oxygen through the blood to your hair follicles. When follicles don't receive enough oxygen and nutrients, the hair growth cycle weakens. Women over 50 are already more vulnerable to low iron levels because stomach acid production often decreases with age, making mineral absorption less efficient. That doesn't mean oranges need to disappear completely from your diet. The smarter approach is changing how you eat them. Whole oranges are a much better option than juice because the fiber slows sugar absorption and reduces the impact on blood sugar. Smaller portions also matter. Instead of consuming large amounts daily, many nutrition specialists recommend moderation and pairing citrus fruits with meals that contain protein and healthy fats. Some doctors also suggest getting vitamin C from gentler sources such as strawberries, kiwi, or bell peppers, which may provide similar nutritional benefits without the same acidic intensity. Even adding a little lemon to water can satisfy that citrus craving in a milder way. Now let's move on to another fruit that surprises many people because it's constantly praised as a health powerhouse. Pineapple is known for its vitamins, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory effects. Health enthusiasts love it, especially in smoothies and tropical bowls. But for women over 50 who are struggling with thinning hair, pineapple may create a hidden issue related to protein balance. Fresh pineapple contains a powerful enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain helps break down proteins, which is why it's often promoted for digestion. The problem is that hair itself is built primarily from protein, specifically keratin. As the body ages, protein synthesis naturally slows down, meaning the body already works harder to repair and rebuild tissues, including hair. When large amounts of fresh pineapple are eaten regularly, some experts believe the strong enzymatic activity may interfere with the body's ability to maintain healthy protein balance efficiently. This can become more noticeable in women over 50 whose digestion and enzyme regulation have already changed with age. Hair may gradually become weaker, more brittle, or more prone to breakage. Pineapple also combines high acidity with natural sugars, creating another challenge. This combination may contribute to inflammation, blood sugar instability, and mineral depletion over time. Minerals like magnesium and zinc are extremely important for healthy hair growth, and deficiencies in these nutrients are commonly investigated when women experience sudden thinning. Fortunately, there are simple ways to reduce the impact without completely giving up pineapple. Portion control is extremely important. Smaller servings less frequently tend to be much gentler on the body. Cooked or grilled pineapple is often easier to tolerate because heat reduces bromelain activity. Pairing pineapple with protein-rich foods like yogurt or a balanced smoothie can also help offset some of the digestive stress. Frozen pineapple blended with healthy fats and protein may be another better option because freezing slightly lowers enzyme activity while creating a more balanced meal overall. Now, the next fruit on the list may be the most frustrating so far because it exploded in popularity as a superfood, and many people eat it believing it's one of the healthiest choices possible. Mangoes are sweet, flavorful, and rich in vitamins A and C, making them a favorite ingredient in smoothies, desserts, and wellness recipes. But for women over 50, mangoes may create a problem connected to histamine and inflammation, two issues that can quietly affect the body in ways many people never expect. As the body gets older, it becomes less efficient at breaking down histamine, a natural compound involved in immune responses and inflammation. Certain fruits, especially very ripe mangoes, naturally contain higher histamine levels. When histamine starts building up faster than the body can process it, low-grade inflammation can spread throughout the system without obvious symptoms. This kind of inflammation is subtle, but it can still affect circulation, nutrient delivery, and overall cellular function. Hair follicles are especially sensitive because they depend on steady blood flow, oxygen, and nutrients to stay active and healthy. Functional medicine practitioners in the United States have increasingly connected chronic inflammation with diffuse hair thinning in women over 50. Mangoes also present another challenge because they are extremely high in natural sugar. In fact, they rank among the sweetest fruits commonly consumed. A single mango can contain a very large sugar load, and after menopause, the body often becomes much more sensitive to blood sugar swings. When blood sugar spikes repeatedly, insulin levels rise sharply as well. Over time, this may contribute to insulin resistance, inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and increased DHT activity, all of which are linked to thinning hair. What makes mangoes especially tricky is how easy they are to overeat. Most people don't stop at a few slices. They finish the entire fruit without realizing how much sugar they've consumed in one sitting. That combination of high sugar and inflammation can quietly place stress on hair follicles over time, particularly in women already dealing with hormonal changes after 50. The solution isn't necessarily eliminating mangoes forever, but approaching them differently. Smaller portions make a huge difference. Many nutrition-focused doctors recommend treating mango as an occasional indulgence rather than a daily fruit. Less ripe mangoes may also contain slightly lower sugar levels. Pairing mango with protein, fiber, and healthy fats can help slow sugar absorption and reduce the impact on blood sugar. For smoothies, a small amount combined with greens, chia seeds, and protein powder creates a much more balanced option. And for women concerned about hair thinning, lower sugar fruits like berries may often be a gentler alternative. Now, let's talk about another fruit that surprises almost everyone because it's often viewed as one of the safest and lightest foods you can eat. Watermelon seems harmless. It's refreshing, low in calories, and mostly water, which is why many people assume it's ideal for hydration and weight control. But for women over 50, watermelon may create hidden issues related to nutrient balance and blood sugar. Watermelon contains large amounts of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that's generally considered beneficial. However, some researchers believe that consuming excessive amounts of isolated carotenoids without enough balance from other nutrients may affect how the body processes fat-soluble vitamins. Hair follicles rely heavily on vitamins A, D, E, and K working together properly to support healthy growth cycles. Another issue is that watermelon contains very little fiber despite its sweetness. Because of this, the natural sugars enter the bloodstream rapidly, creating fast spikes in insulin and blood sugar. For women whose insulin sensitivity has already declined with age, this can increase inflammation and place additional stress on the body. There's also a lesser-known hydration issue. Although watermelon contains a lot of water, its sugar content may increase urination in some people, especially when eaten in large amounts. That can leave the body less hydrated overall, which may affect hair texture and moisture balance. Dryness, brittleness, and breakage can become more noticeable over time. The best approach with watermelon is moderation and balance. Smaller portions eaten after a protein-rich meal are generally much gentler on blood sugar than eating watermelon alone on an empty stomach. Combining it with healthy fats and minerals may also help support better nutrient balance. Some nutrition experts even suggest adding a tiny pinch of sea salt to watermelon to help support hydration and electrolyte balance. And if you mainly enjoy watermelon for its refreshing crunch, cucumber can be an excellent lower sugar alternative that provides hydration without the same blood sugar impact. Now we've reached the final fruit on this list. And this one surprises almost everyone because it's constantly praised as one of the healthiest foods in the world. Blueberries are often called a superfood because they're packed with antioxidants linked to brain health, heart health, and healthy aging. So, hearing that they may also create issues for hair health sounds completely unexpected. The concern comes from compounds called tannins. Tannins are natural plant compounds with antioxidant properties, but they can also bind to minerals like iron in the digestive tract. Iron is one of the most important nutrients for healthy hair growth because it helps carry oxygen to hair follicles through the bloodstream. Iron deficiency is already extremely common in women over 50, and hair loss is often one of the earliest signs. When iron levels drop, follicles may weaken, become inactive, and eventually produce thinner strands or stop growing hair altogether. Some researchers have explored how diets very high in tannin-rich foods may reduce iron absorption in certain individuals, particularly postmenopausal women who already absorb nutrients less efficiently. Hair follicles are highly demanding tissues, and without enough oxygen and nutrients, shedding and thinning can become more noticeable over time. There's also concern that excessive tannin intake may interfere with how efficiently the body uses protein, another essential building block for hair. Since hair is made primarily of keratin protein, anything that reduces nutrient availability can potentially affect strength and growth. That doesn't mean blueberries are dangerous or unhealthy. The key is balance. Large smoothie bowls packed with blueberries every single day may not be ideal for everyone, especially women already struggling with iron deficiency or hair thinning. Smaller portions a few times a week are generally considered much more reasonable. Timing matters too. Many nutrition experts recommend avoiding tannin-rich foods directly alongside iron-rich meals or supplements so they don't interfere with absorption. This allows you to still enjoy blueberries while reducing the chances of disrupting nutrient balance that your hair depends on.